Hey, what's going on? It's James here. I'm back again to connect people, properties, and possibilities. Today's real estate nugget, I'm going to talk about telecommuting and how that affects the real estate industry. Because where you live and where you have to go does affect where you want to buy, right? I mean, you're not going to live in Las Vegas if you have to commute to Los Angeles every single day. Now, before I jump into my thoughts about that, let me share with you about something. The California state, there's an increase in the gas tax hike. People have been talking about it. Now, let me share with you what this actually does though, or a little bit more details about it in case you're not aware yet. So the state is gonna have an estimated $52 billion more money to help cover the state's transportation needs for the next decade. And the money is largely gonna come from a 12-cent increase in the base gasoline excise tax and a new transportation improvement fee based on vehicle value. I hope you're not buying BMWs all the time. Anyway, other money will come from paying off past transportation loans, so there probably saves on the interest over there. And then Caltrans savings and new charges on diesel fuel and zero-emission vehicles. So that's what's going on. And their goal is to have at least 98% of the state highway pavement in good condition, or fair condition at least, because I'm sure you've driven down the streets everywhere throughout California and you find potholes everywhere, right? And then at least 90% of the culverts should be in good and fair condition, and at least 500 bridges must be fixed. I didn't even know there were 500 bridges in California, but apparently there's 500 bridges that must be fixed. That makes you wonder, huh? Every time you're gonna drive across a bridge, is it gonna hold? So that's what the goals are. Those are lofty goals, and that's great actually. We do need transportation in order for us to live where we want to live and get to where we need to be. And here's what I feel it does to communities. So a further off community, the more accessible it is, the more likely people are going to move there. And the more likely people are going to move there, it's going to increase home values over there because people are actually able to buy in that area. So think of a place like El Monte. Yes, El Monte is a good example. It used to be farmland. In fact, a lot of communities used to be farmland. Chino Hills still is somewhat. So here's what it does to communities. If you're able to get to a further location, live in a further location, and still access where you need to go, then people are more likely to move to that area. So right now, if you've seen the freeways, it's congested all the damn time. So if you were able to drive, pretty much you can get across from LA, it'd take you maybe an hour just to get across. But if it was more accessible, less traffic, and you're able to get across in 30 minutes instead of an hour, then wouldn't it be more likely that you're gonna live further away because it's more likely for you to get to where you need to be on time? Does that make sense? So that's how it could affect home values because people are more able to get to where they need to be. Plus, in today's day and age, everything's going digital now. I have friends that just work online. They don't even need to show up to an office. They work remotely. And some offices are starting to see that, hey, maybe my employees don't really need to come in every single day. You know, it's a insecurity issue. Hey, I can trust that my employee is still gonna get work done without having to be in the office all day. And you even yourself maybe one of them actually. Because a lot of people are starting to see, I don't need to come into an office. I can live further away. Chino Hills, Rancho Cucamonga, a nice community, big homes. You get more bang for the buck, price per square feet. So that's where I see a lot of clients moving to as well because of the school districts. Because the truth is, you look at some of the homes over here in the older communities, it may be closer to downtown LA, the beach, where you want to be. But still, it's almost like a 45-minute drive. And it is a big difference if you go every single day. But if you only need to go once in a blue moon, then hey, it's better off if you live further away. You get a bigger home, better community. And so let me do this. I want to share with you some graphics so you can see what's going on. All right, take a look here. I mean, 40% more work from home more than they used to. And then more people are wanting to work remotely. And then they always work in various places throughout their home rather than a dedicated workspace. It shows what a mobile economy we're in right now. And like I said before, hey, where you need to be and where you're living does affect where you're probably going to buy a home. So you see here, 42% does arrange their home around their telecommuting needs. And let me share with you who these telecommuters are. All right, so who are they? Well, actually, let's talk about this real quick. The projections are suggesting that 50% of the workforce will be telecommuting by 2020, right? So that means, what telecommuting means is you're just working from the home, right? You're not traveling to the office. So if you're working from home, you don't need to be in the center for business, where all the businesses are in the downtowns, where it's congested. So that definitely increases home values further out. That means there's more wealth to be spread around, is my opinion. So people are being able to move further out. That increases the value, not just in the central areas, they're increasing in the outskirts of the cities, which is a great thing. Now, let's get started here. So let's see, 51% females. That's another great interesting thing. 45% are millennials. All right, so out of the 51% females and 49% males, 45% are millennials. Not a surprise, since millennials grew up in a digital age. And of course, mature, it's only 3%. You can see here, boomers, 21%. So what I want to show you here is you can see a trend. Telecommuting, working from home, is going to become a trend. That means less people are going to need to buy closer to the center of the city. People are more capable of living further away and still able to go to work, or not go to work, they just wake up and work. So that's what's going on in the market right now, or what the projections are, and I wanted to share my thoughts about this and how the gas tax hike can definitely contribute to it, since it helps transportation corridors to make it more accessible for people to live further away. So I hope this nugget was useful for you. Again, if you have any questions regarding your home value or the neighborhood you want to move into, feel free to reach out to me. Take care, and you have a damn good day.